to use lethal force or non-lethal force? That is the question.
You're crazy. Am I? Yes. Am I? Yes. Am I?
There's been a big controversial aspect to the killing of a 16-year-old girl by the name of Ma Khia Bryant.
Earlier today we had a police-involved shooting. Normally we don't provide information this soon, but we understand the public's need, desire, and expectation to have transparency upon what happened.
In which a police officer turned upon the scene and pulled out his firearm and shot her 4 times, killing her dead. What had happened is that when the police person arrived, there was an altercation taking place in which Ma Khia, I think, according to body cam footage which I have watched, is seen pushing over a young lady, in which another gentleman has come along and kicked her or punched her or something like that. And then you can see Ma Khia go off to the left, and then as the camera swings round, you can see Ma Khia attacking another person with a knife. Now, when I first watched the video, I looked at the evidence and I based my conclusion on what I saw. And I thought, well, it's obvious that she is the aggressor in that situation, as in the situation between the woman that got pushed on the floor and the woman in the pink dress, pink tracksuit, whatever it is. Yeah, if that's how police are supposed to handle situations which they believe are beyond their control and they are allowed to use force to take someone down.
A gun will get pulled out every single time an officer perceives that their life is in danger, or they're in danger of serious bodily harm or death, or somebody from the public is in danger of serious bodily harm or death.
I wouldn't go against that and say he was wrong to use force to take down Ma Khia, right? What people have brought up is this, right? Which is a very good argument. And that argument is this: why did the police officer choose to shoot her rather than tase her?
Police have a number of resources at their disposal: their hands and legs, pepper spray, batons, and of course, a gun. But when to use each weapon is predicated on the particular situation.
Now, some people can argue it's a split-minute decision, and at the time, it was just an instinctive thing, blah blah blah, so forth and so on. I ain't buying that.
Hell no! 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 I refuse. No! No!
What's going on? What's going on?
And the reason why I'm not buying that, and I kind of...
It starts at the center of the wheel with a situation. Based on that, the officer would assess the situation, plan, and then act. Plan, and then act.
What's going on? What's going on?
But again, through training and the system that they're in, right, it does seem quite apparent that shooting a black person is acceptable. Yeah, as a black person's life seems to have no value. It's okay to shoot them, right, but not other people from other groups. And the claim for me, the evidence for me making that claim, yeah, is being brought up by another video in which you can see a police officer who got stabbed in the neck.
Dramatic video tonight as a Hillsborough deputy chases down a man who just stabbed him in the neck.
By a person that he was trying to arrest or apprehend. And that person ended up running off. And the police officer pursues him with his gun out, right? Now, why he didn't shoot him from where he was, I don't know. But again, he chooses to pursue him. And then when he gets within range, what this police officer does is he changes from his gun to a taser in order to apprehend the person, in which he tases him to the ground and then makes the arrest.
When Ferguson doesn't comply, Williams tases him again.
And this is what's caused all the controversy. Because once again, you see a white person commit a crime, yeah, and get that slap on the wrist approach.
Man was spotted walking around with an AR-15 rifle slung behind his back.
The officers at some point did encounter this individual and speak with him.
In comparison to a black person who is
Behavioral therapist was shot by an officer after he held his hands in the air, lying on the ground, his patient with autism sitting right nearby.
Which ends up well, not all the time, but ends up with a lot of the people involved ended up in a fatal situation. You know what I'm saying? And that now turns this whole aspect of this whole story on its head, because even though the police officer in this case, like I said, may not have maliciously gone out of his way to kill Ma Khia, he certainly has followed protocol in thinking that it's acceptable for him to shoot her, yeah, rather than detain her and use non-lethal force to apprehend her.
Tried to get back in, and they wound up battling over the knife he had on his belt.
Wrestled for probably 10-15 seconds. He was trying to, I had the knife in my hand, the blade of, or the butt of it, and he was trying to get it from me.
Whereas, like I said in the other video, it seems quite clear, and it's not just that one video, there's quite a few videos out there where you can see other white people committing crimes in which the white police officer has let them walk off. Or there's the one where the guys come out swinging an axe and telling him about all this idea, and the police officer is trying to have a conversation with him. Yeah, right. No fear for his life then, but then as soon as the black person's involved, or they turn up to a scene where black people are involved, it's draw out your guns and start shooting first and ask questions later.
Keep your hands outside the window. You received an order. Obey it.
And for me, that is a big problem, and that is all comes down to the way that they're taught, yeah, in the training within the system itself, and it is also within the biases that white people and the racial aspects of what white people have. You know what I mean? When it comes to the value of black life.
Please talk to me about what's
Get on the ground! Get on the ground now!
Please talk to me about what's going on.
But let me know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.
Yes. Am I? Yes. Am I? Yes.